What's up, y'all? This is Carolina Doc PT, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Christmas items. We have Christmas is coming up right around the corner, as is Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and I thought it would be a good time to do a little bit of a product review on some of those products that are out there on the market that are fitness based and or physical therapy based that seem like they might be good gift ideas. So that's is what today's video is going to be about. Now, I will say that I'm using Amazon exclusively for this. I actually am an Amazon associate, so these products will actually be linked to the video down below, and you can click on the link, and that'll actually take you to my Amazon page for these particular products that I think would be good for fitness or physical therapy gifts for family members, friends, or even for yourself, if you're wanting to buy something to get something from Santa early. So anyway, let's take a look at these things. So the first product that we're going to be taking a look at is this Theragun. These things are great. You probably see these being used by athletes. If you're watching, I know we were watching the Braves game, and one of the relievers was using this on himself in between innings. That is the great thing about this particular gun, and part of the reason for that is just how it's made. If you look at the handle here, not all massage guns that you see, like a lot of times those things are just like straight wands or whatever, and it really limits how you're able to actually use it. So if you look at the handle and how this is being used, this allows you to get to some areas that you wouldn't maybe otherwise get to, and it allows you to do so in a way that is just a lot easier to use on yourself. So you can see as this guy's using this here, and I think that this also is one of the reasons that this thing has so much power and so uh, good to use. Is you can see how the way that this thing is designed, this gets all of its power from right here in the center ball, and then you're just kind of supporting it down there. So allows for very effective, very targeted. Um, Massage. You can do trigger point relief work with this because they do have different heads. As I'm looking at these, let me see. It's this one. Yeah, so you can see the different heads that you can use. So this is the thumb one is going to be more for a trigger point massage. You get to the larger ones are going to be more diffuse for bigger muscles. Um, this thing is great. Highly recommend it. And this price, that's one of the reasons I liked it. For looking at these for Black Friday, probably will be the same for Cyber Monday, I would assume. But this is a $199 price off of $319. So that's a very, very good deal for this. Highly recommend this. So I'm going to put this thing in the link below, and we're going to move on to our second product. Product number two. This so these Garmin watches, I actually do not have one of these, but I want one. The great thing about these are, so if you have got a family member who likes to walk, who likes to run, um, and wants to know how far they have done so or how their heart rate is doing while they are doing it, this device will do that. So the great thing about this, you can see that it'll track a person's pace. It'll tell you where you are according to where overall your goals of how fast you're actually wanting to run or to walk. But then also the great thing about this, and I'm not sure if it shows a screen with this, but the great thing about this will track all of your, look at that, it'll track your stress. And that's actually really nifty. But what this thing will do that makes it so great is if you want to know how far you have walked, this will use GPS, and it'll allow you um, to determine. So like, let's say you go walking in the neighborhood, you want to know how far you walked. This will tell you based on the GPS in that area. And so it can actually measure your distance. This is highly functional. Love this thing. Would really want one of these things myself. Santa Claus, if you're listening, this is great. I love this for exercising. And this Black Friday deal, it's $150 right now, which $50 off this price. Really good deal for this. Now, this is not on Black Friday, and I'm going to come back to myself here. So, this watch I'm about to show you is what I'm wearing right here. This Nixon Regulus. This thing for work for me is great. Mainly because if you look here, and I don't think they show it on this screen. Well, if you look where the cursor is, on the left, this is stopwatch number 1. On the right is stopwatch number 2. That is the thing about this watch that I absolutely love. This is my favorite watch that I've ever had. It's very functional for me because in my job, the way physical therapy is coded, it's based off of time of the therapist doing the work with the patient. So I need to have access to multiple ways to tell time, and it's a pain in the rear to just look at, a clock and then just kind of try to quickly think, all right, well, how long has this patient been in here, or how long have I been doing this treatment? So when I saw this Nixon Regulus that has these two stopwatches, I was instantly sold. And so what I use with this now is I can keep track of with one stopwatch, and actually on one of these other screens, I wish it had it, but I'm not going to take the time to play the video, but I'll just tell you. And what this does, when you go to the stopwatch mode, it actually has one stopwatch up here, if you see my cursor, and then down here is where the second stopwatch is. So this is the home screen and the main screen, and you can see where you can see the time, the day, and the date. But then the smaller numbers, these are your stopwatches from the home screen. But then you can go to the actual stopwatch screen, and this top number will give you stopwatch number 1. This bottom will give you stopwatch number 2. Awesome. This is my favorite watch. I would really like the Garmin watch for exercising and for going out as doing walks, doing runs around the area and knowing how far I've gone. But for work, for me, this Nixon Regulus is my favorite watch I've ever had. Highly recommend this thing. Now, I'm showing you this. This is not on a Black Friday deal. It's because these Nixon Reguluses, they're so popular, they don't put these things on sale. But yeah, this is what I paid for this. And yeah, I love this watch. So if you want a third watch gift idea, there you go. So gift number 4 here, this was actually a gift that I actually got for my wife last Christmas. So this is the shoulder massager with heat. I bought one. The one I've got, I don't remember if it's this shiatsu one. I'm not 100% certain. They've got a few different ones of these. This is the one though that I like the best. And on Amazon, the reason I like this is that it's rechargeable. So some of them you have to keep them plugged in the whole time. This one you don't. And this will work for, I believe it's 180 minutes. And the great thing about this is you can see here. So you can use the heat. You don't have to use the heat. You have different speeds. It's all controlled from these buttons here. And then what you can do is when you put it on, you actually use your arms in these straps, and then that will put different pressure onto your neck. And so you can do it more targeted and kind of pull. You can have it more general, and you don't have to put as much pressure onto these arms straps here. But this thing is great. My wife loves it when she gets migraines. And so this is very good for her for these because her shoulders get all tight when this happens. And so a lot of times she will put on like a heat mask on her face and then use this thing on her back. And it really helps with those. And so this is a Black Friday deal. And that's pretty good. It's not a huge amount off of these things, but these run around about $50 if you're not getting a deal. So yeah, that's not too bad. Good gift. Highly recommend because I actually gave it myself. All right, so our fifth gift idea. So this I have myself. You've probably seen this back in our back behind me occasionally because I use these things all the time. This this is a great deal. I wish I'd gotten this on this Black Friday deal because I did pay $75 for this one, or the one that I have. This is a TriggerPoint myofascial release tool. How you use these is you put them on the ground and you're going to roll your muscles over them. You can roll your calves like she's doing. You can do your quads, back. You can lie on the ground doing this. A lot of times you'll use this on your IT band, which runs down the side of your leg, and she's using it on her lats. I've never done this one before. I'm not sure how effective that is, but for your the IT band that runs down the side of her leg, actually, this is typically the position when I'm using it on patients that I'll have the patient lie in. They're lying on their side. I'll actually put a pillow between their knees, and then I'll take this trigger point roller here. I'll take this exact one and go down their IT band and go up and down their IT band for about 10 or 15 minutes and then stretch that patient out and they get up and feel much, much better. So you're having IT band tightness if you're a runner, if you have a family member who is a runner or a friend, this would be a great Christmas gift. I actually have a patient with this right now. They um, love this, and they actually use this not just so you can use this for exercising, just like she's doing. So this is a vibration plate. And so what you do is you turn it on and then this thing, just like these, whoops, let me bring the cursor back. So just like you see here where it says these symbols represent vibration. So this gentleman here has turned this on. This has like, I think 99 different speeds. You put it on, this plate will vibrate and then he is doing a workout on top of it. This thing, I love it. We used to have one of these in our physical therapy clinic. I don't, we don't actually have that anymore, which I was really sad about when we lost it. But really enjoyed working with patients on this because the proprioception that is involved. So this plate is shaking, and so if you're working on someone's balance, this is really making your muscles fire more. You can do active exercise on this. You can do passive and just have the person stand, like I say, doing balance work. This is very functional. You can even do push-ups on this if you wanted to. And there are a lot of ways that you can use this particular device. Definitely recommend it. It's one of my favorite devices that we had, as I said, in our outpatient clinic, and was really sad when we lost it. And just to make mention, the patient that I mentioned a minute ago that actually has this, he actually uses it not even to stand on and work out. He is actually chair bound. And so he's in his wheelchair. He actually puts his feet on this because this helps with his neuropathy. So this is that vibration. It makes his feet feel better as because it's throwing a different sensation going up through his legs. And so he can tolerate this a lot better or the pain that he has a lot better. So speaking of, that leads us into our seventh gift. You know someone that has restless leg syndrome, if you know someone that has neuropathy, if they're having pain in their feet on a regular basis, this red light therapy works. It sounds hokey, and I used to think that myself, but the home health provider that I worked for, we actually would use this as a treatment with patients. We had a machine that cost a lot more than this one does, but that's because it's being used more often. It's more of a corporate level type of equipment, and you put this on a person's feet. You do it like 3 times a week for about 20 minutes at a time, and research shows that this can help with neuropathy. You can actually bring some sensation back to the foot with this red light therapy being used as this does. And this is the, yeah, this 660 to 850. This is the same wavelength that we were using as well. Um, this works. It can be beneficial. It can help if you have neuropathy, if you have a family member with this. Highly recommend this as a great Christmas gift. Um, One negative to this, you stop using it, the benefits of it will go away. So this is a transient treatment. That's one of one of the reasons that sometimes we would choose not to use this with a patient, because if they had no way for this to be used after we were um, done with them, having had discharged them with their goals met, then it 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 wasn't. We thought it was not a good practice when the benefits that they were having were going to be gone. So, um, seeing this though, I would highly recommend this, because this you can use at home and you can do it on a regular basis. As I say, you want to do it about 3 times a week, and usually for about 20 minutes or so at a shot. So I would give this a whirl. This can help. It can help. It says with pain relief. It can also help on the neuro level to help to try to get some of that function back in your foot. So let's go to the eighth Christmas gift idea. So gift number eight, and I love these things. Earbuds are great, especially because you don't have a cord. I use this as I'm getting back going into the gym now. The earbuds without a cord, I just can't recommend enough. It's one, earbuds make the music that you listen to, it's easier to, it's, you can just hear better. You can hear the music better from them because they're inside of your ear. And that allows you to really zone out, really focus on your walking, on a treadmill, you're, riding on a bike, using an elliptical trainer or whatever. If you're lifting weights, you don't have a cord to get in the way. It's highly recommend earbuds to use with your workouts. Now, one word of caution, if you are walking around your neighborhood and you're wanting to use these going around your neighborhood, be careful on that one, because it truly does focus the sound right into your ears. And so this is great to be used inside of a gym, but to be walking around your neighborhood, I would be careful with these, because you don't want to get hit by a car that you cannot hear. Maybe that's coming up beside you, or maybe you just haven't seen, so do be aware that this will take you out of your environment noise wise, and you're very focused on the music. So highly recommend these in the gym. Outside of the gym, not so much. So this would be a great gift for your uh, family members or friends who are gym goers. All right, now for Christmas gift idea number 9. Okay, this may seem ridiculous, but I'm going to tell you, this thing would make a great Christmas gift for anyone that's having any rotator cuff issues or any shoulder pain. Man, I love this thing. So the benefit to this is that the compression sleeve makes this one so much easier to put on. This Most of the time when you're trying to put on a shoulder, or you're trying to ice a shoulder, it takes another person doing it for you, because you're trying to loop something around the arm, across the chest to come back around the shoulder, so that you can get the ice pad to get in, or the ice pack to go into all the spaces that it needs to. The thing that's so great about this, and that why it's worth a Black Friday deal here, which actually that's $15 off on these, this is actually really good, is that it comes with a compression sleeve. All you do, you slide your arm into the compression sleeve that has the cold packs in it already. You put these cold packs in, slide your arm in, wrap it around your your pull it around your back, and boom, you've got cold compress done. The ease of use of this, because of the neoprene wrap, is what makes this so beneficial. So, if you had somebody that's in your family or friend that's complaining of shoulder pain, um, this would make an excellent gift. They would very much appreciate it. So, not something everybody's going to think of, but I would highly recommend this as a gift. I'm telling you, they will love it. All right. So, for Christmas gift idea number 10, this thing, not everybody is going to be able to get, but those of you that can, highly. So in physical therapy, we often are asked, what is the best exercise equipment that I can get at home? And usually I will tell patients, you're better off getting a gym membership, okay? Because you're going to get a very expensive towel rack, because you're likely not to use whatever gift, whatever bike or whatever thing that you get. These Peloton bikes are much different than that. The reason is this screen right here. This, you are able to pull up, I think it's 15 different workouts that are being done through the screen. And most of them, they're showing a lot of the stuff here being done actually on the screen that are workouts that are off of the bike. Most of them are actually on the bike. And so you can actually, it's like you're taking a class. And that is one of the main reasons that I would recommend going to a gym. So the reason, the reason that this is potentially worthwhile and it's potentially worth $1,900 or however much that price was. Yeah. Essentially how much, or the reason that's worth it is because of that screen. So this screen makes this more interactive. You actually have this device here that's actually tracking your movements to actually watch your form. It's actually encourages you. So what Peloton has done that's genius is they have made working out more of an interactive experience, that makes you feel like you're being a part of a class, and that makes this potentially worth this, especially if you can get it almost, what's that, almost $700 cheaper or $600 cheaper. This actually, if you wanted, if you're asking me, if you're asking me what is the best gym equipment that I could recommend for you to purchase for your house, it would be that Peloton device right there, because it because of the interactive nature of that video screen, um, it totally will change your compliance with that. It's that's really what it's all about is and why going to gyms are so important, um, because you're interacting with people, and that interaction leads you to coming back to do it again, as opposed to a device that just sits expensively in your bedroom, your room above the garage, your living room, wherever, and just collects dust. So those are the 10 items that I think would make great Christmas gifts. I would recommend all of those for the reasons that we talked about. And I think that a family member or a friend, or yourself would be very happy purchasing any of them. As I say, I will put the Amazon associate link on the bottom of this video for each of those items. And have a Merry Christmas, and we'll catch you next time.